Okay, negative 3/7. So, let's just deal with the positive first. So, let's write it. 3 divided by 7. Obviously, you have to put decimal point and put 0. So, 0. 30 divided by 7 will give you 4. Because 4 times 7 will give you 28. Correct? Next, remember, divide, answer, multiply, and then the third step is subtract. So, 0 minus 8 cannot be, so you borrow 1, obviously, right? Sorry, that becomes 2 and this becomes 10. So 10 minus 8 is 2. And I mean, common sense will tell you that 30 minus 28 will give you 2, right? That's a very small number to subtract mentally. So now that we have 2, let's try to add another 0. So 20 divided by 7 will give you 2. Why not 3, miss? Because 3 times 7 is 21. It's greater than 20. So 2 times 7 now, multiplying. 2 times 7 is 14. And third step, subtract. So remember this. Just recall, divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Okay, as long as you still have something to bring down, you don't stop. Anyway, so we now subtract. The answer is 20 minus 14 will give you 6. Correct? And then let's add another 0. Oh boy, it goes on and on, miss, because this number is considered irrational. So irrational numbers are non-repeating and non-terminating, meaning they don't stop, they don't repeat. So 60 divided by 7 will give you, say, how about 6, miss? 42. 7 times 7 will give you 49. 7 times 8 will give you 56. The closer to 60, the better, as long as you don't go beyond 60. So the answer is 8. 8 times 7 will give you 56. Subtract 4. 60 minus 56 will give you 4. Add another 0. It will give you 40 divided by 7 will give you 5 only. And then 35. And then 5. And then it goes on and on. Okay? But we can round off our number to the nearest hundreds. That's the instruction. So 37 is now written in decimal as 0.43. Okay, dot, or you can, erase. Okay, next, we have a mixed number. I have a technique here. If it's a mixed number, just convert the fraction. Because if we read this, you read it as, or it is read as 4 and 2/3. So remember, in decimal, so 1 and 35 hundredths, right? That's how we read it. 1 and 35 hundredths. So, and here is it's like, a separation between your whole number and the decimal. So let's just convert these 2/3 into decimal. So obviously, 2 divided by 3, decimal point. I'll make it faster this time because I explained it a while ago in slow motion. So 20 now divided by 3 will give us 6. 6 times 3 will give us 18. Subtract, it will give you 2. And then add another 0, bring down 0, 20. Will give you 6 again. And again and again. 18, subtract, if you go on, it will give you the same result, and it goes on and on and on. Don't forget to write 0 and align the decimal. So, what will you do? It means that's repeating. A repeating decimal is not considered irrational. It is a rational number. Because repeating, terminating, or decimals that stops, they are rational numbers. So we have 4 and 6, 6. You don't go on and on write 6, okay? Just write the vinculum. It means it goes on, or you can write it as 4.6, like that, okay? Lastly, we have 16 15, or 16 over 15. So we all know this is an improper fraction. It's more than 1. So let's change this first to make your life easier. You don't have to divide 16 by 15. Alright? Change this to, or okay, if you want to, you can try dividing 16, divide by 15, sure. So there's only one 15 in 16 and times 15. Yeah, so there's still 1 left, okay? And what will you do? Put a decimal point, see here. So bring down this. So see, you have to divide the larger number, okay? Instead of, just convert this first. So there are how many 15 and 16? 1. And how much more left? There's still 1 more, correct? So copy the denominator, right? So 1 and 1, 15. So all you have to do is divide this. 1 divided by 15. Add the decimal. So 0. So 10 divided by 15 cannot be, right? But you don't say cannot be because you already added 0. So you have to write 0. And then multiply, it's 0. So minus, it's 10 now. And add another 0. And then bring down the 0. So how many 15 are there in 100? Okay? Can you guess? Because if you have 215 will give you 30. So 315 will give you 90. Correct? Or let's check 3. 15 times 3, 6 I mean. 15 times 6 will give you 90. So 30 carry 3, 9. Correct? So you can't, because 10 more left, so we can't have 7, only 6. Okay, so let me write it properly. 6. So 6 times 15 will give us 90. Subtract 10 again, and then bring down 0 again. It goes on, correct? 6 again, and then 90 again, and then 10 again, and then add another 0 again, and on and on. So our answer is now, because there is 1 here, so 1 and, right? 1 and 1/15, or 1 and 1/15 is equal to 0.66. It goes on. So, or round it up, 1.0, or 6 here. That means the 6 repeats. Only the 6 repeats. Okay? If you want to round it off, you don't need to round off because that would mean you rounded it off. But if you have to do this, that it tells you that your fraction or decimal is repeating. Okay? See here, I did not round off because it means that our decimal here is repeating. And the bar is only here, or the vinculum is only on top of 6 because only 6 repeats. Unless the 0606 repeats. So that's when you include the 0. Okay? Thank you.